In this MM2 video, I showed you guys how to win more knives and guns in MM2. This video should be very helpful to all the new players. Stay all the way to the end of the video to see exactly what happens. Yo, what's going on guys? In today's MM2 video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get more knives and guns in MM2. This should be a fun video for you guys. Without further ado, let's go and get right into it. Alright you guys, so you guys are probably wondering, how do you get more knives and guns in MM2? So I have been getting a lot of comments on my comment section on how to basically get more guns and knives, because I know every single person in MM2 always wants more weapons. So I am going to be breaking this up into two categories. The first one we're going to be going over is how to get more knives, and the second category is going to be how to get more guns. Without further ado, let's get right into this. Alright you guys, so for the first way you guys can get a knife in MM2 is honestly just by unboxing a knife. I know this sounds very simple, but honestly, if you guys just use some of the spare coins you guys have and unbox something, you guys could honestly win a godly. Who knows? Alright you guys, so now on to number 2 is crafting. So crafting is actually really easy to do. All you have to do is just grab a knife or an extra knife that you guys have in your inventory and basically just use it and craft it. This is really easy because you can honestly get a godly knife for it, and honestly you could trade that godly for more knives. Now on to number 3. Me personally, I think this one's a little cliche, but honestly it's trading. You guys are probably like, Arctic, they're literally just gonna decline after I try to trade them something. But to be honest, you never know. There could be that one rich person in the server who honestly gives away weapons, and you guys never know. You guys could honestly potentially trade a uncommon knife for something pretty godly, and then you guys can trade that godly for more weapons. Now on to number 4. How you guys can win more knives in MM2 is honestly join giveaways. It is very simple to join giveaways. You guys can join them on TikTok, on YouTube. You just find a bunch of other YouTubers just randomly doing giveaways, and I recommend joining them. You guys are probably thinking like, Arctic, I'm never gonna get any of these, but honestly you guys never know. I remember I joined a giveaway one time. I never thought I was gonna get it, and next thing you know, I literally won the giveaway. I never thought that would happen, but it ended up happening. So I recommend joining those, so then you guys can get knives in MM2. Number 5 is pretty simple. So if you guys have any extra Robux laying around, you guys asking like, Arctic, what do I do with my Robux? I honestly recommend buying in-game bundles. So these bundles basically come during the updates. So for example, if there's a Halloween update, a Christmas update, Easter update, and so much more, these updates basically happen during any type of holiday, so I recommend buying in-game bundles. Now on to number 6. You guys are gonna hate me for this one. This one is basically begging for godlies. I know everybody's like, Nate, why would you do that? But honestly, if you guys beg, I mean, you never know. That, like I said, there could be that rich person who genuinely gives you everything. I mean, honestly, I'm not that type of person. I work for everything that I get in MM2, but I mean, honestly, you never know. There could be that one rich person who literally just gives away all their knives. Now on to number 7 is basically win an MM2 tournament. So there are these tournaments on TikTok, on YouTube that people host, and basically if you guys win the event, you guys could potentially win a weapon. I've done this multiple times, and honestly it is very fun. Even if you guys don't win something, it is pretty fun just playing with the people. So I recommend joining those, and who knows, you guys could potentially win a knife and win so much more in the game. Alright guys, now on to number 8 is joining events. So these events occur during like the holiday seasons when there's updates. So basically I recommend joining those because you guys could potentially win any type of knife in there. For example, if there's like an egg hunt during Easter, you guys could potentially win a knife. Now on to number 9 is being a pro trader. So you guys have to use some smarts for this one. So for example, if you guys have an ultra rare item and they have an uncommon, obviously you guys are not going to be wanting to trade your ultra rare item for an uncommon. So I would be smart on what you guys trade. Make sure that the trade is fair before you actually accept. And if you guys do the accepting, you could potentially get a good knife. Last but not least, number 10 is super simple. It's just collecting coins around the map. If you guys do this for a good like 3 months, you guys will honestly see how many coins you guys actually get from doing it. I've done this multiple times, and it is so worth it because you guys can honestly just get a uncommon knife, or you guys could get a legendary knife if you guys spend it on the boxes. You guys never know, to be honest. I mean, who knows, you could honestly unbox a very good knife. The first tip I have on how to get more guns in MM2 is don't buy anything from the shop except a gun. So for example, if you guys have a lot of coins just laying around and you're like, oh Arctic, I'm gonna go ahead and go buy a ghost effect, I recommend not buying any type of effect, and I recommend just buying a gun because honestly you guys could potentially, like I said, trade the gun for something very legendary. Now on to number 2 on how you guys can get more guns in MM2 is doing by trading in other games. So I used to do this back in 2020 a lot, where basically I used to go in Adopt Me and basically trade people pets for MM2 items. I know this sounds like a scam. You guys are probably like, Arctic, they're probably just just gonna scam me right on the dot. But honestly, you guys never know, they could potentially give you guys a good weapon for an Adopt Me pet, or it can be honestly any other game like Bloxburg Cash or anything like that. Now on to number 3 is doing any type of battle in other games. So for example, it can be any type of shooting game. Me personally, I would pick Arsenal. You guys basically make a bet with a fan, or it could be somebody with your friend or anything like that, and you guys can basically just go around and do shooting in Arsenal, and whoever wins that could get a gun or a knife in MM2. I would recommend doing this because honestly, number 1, it's super fun just 1v1ing in Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal is such a fun game. The 4th way you guys can get guns in MM2 is joining any type of Discord server. So there is a lot of Discord servers that people create where they basically have people talk and stuff, and basically you guys can join a giveaway and basically win a gun in MM2. Me personally, I think this is actually a really good way, and I think it's really fun getting to talk with a lot of people on Discord, especially knowing that some people might be new to MM2 and you can kind of guide them around. But honestly, I think this is a very good way. Now on to number 5 is creating a TikTok account. So I actually did this a few years ago and actually did pretty good. I got over 1,000 followers on it, but I recommend creating a TikTok account and just playing MM2 on there. And then by the fans, you guys can basically kind of get free stuff, because some people might just give free stuff out. I mean, obviously for me, I don't ever accept free things. I mean, but if you guys are that desperate, you guys can honestly create a TikTok account and kind of get popping off / viral on there, and who knows, people might give you free guns or weapons. Now on to number 6 is using free codes. So there is YouTubers who just genuinely give out free codes. For example, Craft has done this, where he basically gives out a code number and you guys can basically punch that in on MM2 and you could get a free gun. Now on to number 7 is dress up as a noob and beg a bunch of rich people for their gun. I know this sounds very controversial, but honestly it works sometimes. I've seen multiple people do it. Now on to number 8 is buy a Nerf gun at Target. I know this sounds very funny, but there is this Nerf gun in Target that basically gives you a free promo code in order to get a free knife and gun in MM2. On to the 9th way of how to get a gun in MM2 is create a Roblox group, make some shirts in your group and sell them so you guys can get the Robux from the shirts, and then you guys can buy a gun in MM2. And last but not least, number 10 is going to please donate on the Roblox game and basically get Robux for it, and then you guys can basically buy guns in MM2. Anyways, you guys, that is going to be it for today's MM2 video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. Honestly, so much fun taking a look at how to get more knives and guns in MM2. But anyways, you guys, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.